It's been a tough few months in the Kaji household. Losing millions of dollars can't be fun for anyone, but when you're willing to go as far as exploiting your own child to make money, things are bound to feel even worse. Right now, Ryan Kaji's parents are certainly not having a good time after the release of Ryan's World, the movie, flopped like a soggy pancake at an IHOP. If you don't know who or what I'm talking about, let's back it up a little. Beep, beep, beep. Ryan Kaji is, or at this point I should say was, a kid YouTuber who made hundreds of millions of dollars for his parents. Now, when I say was, I don't mean he's not a YouTuber anymore, I just mean he's not a kid anymore. He's now 13 years old, and he's still being used to make very kiddie videos by his parents.
You're on track to be a teenage billionaire. How much does Ryan get to keep of all this?
Oh, be careful, Ryan.
People recognize me and they're like, hey, you're Ryan. I just realized that we're famous.
What's been the biggest sponsorship that you've said no to?
Millions of dollars. We lost revenue of 70%.
I just pushed through.
Hey guys, pretend playing Red Titan. What is this? A Red Titan comic book and blank pages? You know what that means. I have a great idea. I'm gonna write my own Ryan's World comic book.
It's obvious his parents are milking the last drops of content from him now. I hope they don't force him to do toy reviews and kid videos when he's 18. He kind of already missed out on his childhood, seeing as he started doing content when he was 4. Hopefully they'll at least let him enjoy his teenage years.
Yeah, right now, I feel like we're at the tipping point where like the movie is a great moment. And then from there, we wanted to kind of step aside and think about what we want to go. Ryan's turning 13 years old this year, so he's turning teenager. So we're thinking about, do we want to introduce something like that align with his age, like more aligned to the preteen demographic, or we want to stay on with the going more for the animation. That's something we're kind of debating right now. But I feel like there's high demand for older demographic for Ryan, so we're kind of thinking about it.
It's crazy how his dad is talking about Ryan as if he is an employee in his company or something like that. Like, this is your son, man. Instead of being so concerned with what would be good for business, why don't you think more about what would be good for your kid instead? Maybe he doesn't want to do any of this shit anymore. He's already made you more money than you can hope to spend in a lifetime, so why don't you give him a break? He's going on and on about what's in demand or what demographic they can hit, instead of just asking Ryan what he wants to do.
If he came to you and said, hey, Dad, I want to be an engineer, Mom, I want to be a teacher like you, what do you say? Like, it's okay to like leave all of this behind? If like Ryan were to call it quits, like what would happen to pursue something else?
Yeah, for sure. Because like when he got into snowboards so much, right? So I think last year, how many times we went to Japan for snowboard?
Like 4.
Now, I get that when you're under 18, you have to listen to your parents, and they are the ones who decide what's best for you. But we're so far beyond that here. Ryan's parents are not so much concerned with what's best for Ryan, but rather what's best for business and their own pockets.
Listen, I'm here, little buddy, to make some money.
Anyway, they just released a movie titled Ryan's World, the Movie, Titan Universe Adventure, which they spent $10 million on, and it was an absolute and utter disaster. It has an IMDb rating of 2.1 out of 10. It received negative critic reviews, grossed out just over $600,000 after release, making it what's known as a box office bomb. Basically, any movie that grosses under its budget can be considered a bomb, but this movie grossed so far beneath its budget that it's more like a box office nuke. It was released on August 16th in over 2,100 theaters across the US and Canada, and only a week later, theaters screening the film dropped to 256. A week after that, only 10 theaters showed screenings of the film, and a week after that, it was gone from theaters altogether. There are even videos on TikTok showing empty theaters during screenings of the movie.
What got us out of Dark Titan's lair? You need us. She has a point.
How's this for a point? I'm the big brother, I know best, and I'm in charge. The twins go home before they get us into any more trouble.
Ryan's parents even commented on this video thanking the uploader for watching their movie. Thanks for showing up and watching. It's a movie about bonds between siblings. It's not always rainbow and sunshine, but at the end of the day, they learned to be there for each other. Now, I'm not gonna give you an actual review of the movie. Honestly, I haven't even seen it. It's not really my cup of tea. I'm more of a Scorsese man myself. Joking aside, I mean, I do love Scorsese, but the film was clearly aimed at young kids, especially those familiar with Ryan from his YouTube days, or rather his YouTube glory days. The problem here, and also the reason why I think the movie flopped so bad, is that these kids grew up, as did Ryan. The 13 to 15-year-olds who grew up watching Ryan are not going to show up to watch a movie that's targeted at 6 to 7-year-olds. The selling point of the movie was Ryan's brand, which is nowhere near where it was a few years ago in its prime, as is made apparent by the drop in views on his channel. But even those who did see it, they didn't really like it that much. Let's take a look at some of the reviews by critics to get an idea of what people have been saying about it. P.S. When I say some, it's only got 2, but let's have a look at them anyway. This cinematic junk is what happens when underage YouTube stars with no acting talent have parents who pay for the family to star in a vanity movie motivated by greed. It's not the kids' fault. This is ultimately an underwhelming influencer movie that's aimed at the YouTuber's huge base of toy-loving fans, but has little to offer anyone else. When your movie only has 2 reviews by critics, and they're both negative, it's pretty safe to assume that was a massive disaster. Ryan's parents obviously lost millions of dollars on it, but I bet they thought it would be a massive hit that was gonna make them millions. Hopefully this is going to be a wake-up call for them that Ryan's world has run its course and it's time to let it go. Ryan grew up, his fans grew up. It's time to let him move on with his life and decide on what he wants to pursue. Besides, you've got hundreds of millions of dollars already. You don't need Ryan to make you more money. Invest it, start a business, do whatever. Just make sure you don't make any more movies, as you're gonna lose money that way, it seems.
So I want to bring it back, and Ryan, just make me feel old for a second. What year were you born in?
I was born in 2011.
Okay, all right. And help me finish this sentence. If somebody was born in the year blank, they're old.
Oh, be careful, Ryan.
19.
Okay.
Okay.
80.
Okay. I'm still good.
9.
Oh, okay. Huh? Oh, all right.
Anyway, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.